Welcome, my dear students. Today is a new lesson. It's one of the skills series lesson. It's a conversation and speaking lesson. So let's start at the beginning, getting started. A, work alone. Now, this activity, every student has to answer those questions alone according to his or her preferences. How often do you like to do these things in English class? Check. Write on one of three choices: often, sometimes, and never. To work alone. Often, you often work alone. You sometimes work alone. You never work alone. All the time you work in groups. Number two, to talk with a partner. Number three, to talk in a small group. So we have three different kinds of work. One, to work alone. Number two, to have a partner. This is called pair work. And number three, to talk in small groups. Which one do you do most of them? And which one do you prefer? Number four, to talk in front of the whole class. Some students has the ability to talk in front of the whole classroom, and others feel shy and don't like to speak in front of their classmates. Number five, the teacher to do most of the talking. So, in your classroom, does the teacher do most of the talking, or it's some kind of conversation between you and the teacher? Number six, to play games. Of course, everyone likes to play games, but how often does it happen inside your classroom? Number seven, to listen to audio programs. Number eight, to do homework. For B, after finishing this exercise, we're going to do this activity in pairs. Two are going to compare their answers together. Compare your answers with a partner. I often like to work alone. How about you? I sometimes like to work alone. I prefer talking in a small group. I can talk easily in front of the whole classroom. That's one of the answers. Work alone. What can you say in each of the situations? Choose a question from the box. The first question, can you say that again, please? Those are classroom instructions. Those are so important to know them if you want to speak. This is the first step to speak proper English inside the classroom, to know those phrases. First one, can you say that again? When you want the teacher to repeat the information that he told you. What does that mean if I told you something and you don't understand? So you want me to explain again. What does that mean? Number C, how do you pronounce this word? How do you pronounce this word when a word you don't know how to pronounce, a word that you read without the help of the teacher, and you point to the word and you say, how do you pronounce this word? Number four, D, what are we supposed to do if the teacher told you to answer question, for example, question number four, and he told you, please answer question number four, and you don't know the specific instructions for this question. So you say, what are you supposed to do? E, how do you spell that? If the teacher said a word and you cannot spell it, so you say, how do you spell that? F, what do you have for number one? If you're checking answers with your friends or with the teacher, you finished answering questions and then you want to check your answers with your teacher and your classmates. Can you explain that again? When the teacher says something and you're not sure about what you understood, so you want the teacher to repeat again. The last question, how much time do we have when the teacher tells you to answer a question and he didn't put a certain time for this activity? So you ask the teacher, how much time do we have? He will answer maybe about 10 minutes, about 15 minutes. After we finished the basic questions that we have to master inside speaking classroom or inside an English classroom, let's talk about a different topic which deals mainly about description. This unit is under the title of What Do They Look Like? We have descriptions of the hair and the look. A. Pair work. This activity is a pair work. Describe each person. Use the words in the boxes and your own ideas. We have has brown hair, has blonde hair, red hair, gray hair, straight, wavy, curly, and is about 16, very young, middle-aged, kind of old. Okay, so let's take Lucy for example. So we can say Lucy has long brown hair and brown eyes. She looks about 20. So uh, the second one says, really? I think she's older, about 25 or 30. So that's an example of how you do such a situation or such a question. We have Jason. So Jason has dark hair. He has dark straight hair. He's about 30 years old. You can say he looks middle-aged. He looks middle-aged. And what about Adam? Adam, you can say he looks kind of old. He has gray curly hair and he looks kind of old. You can try doing this alone. You have lots of things to talk about. You can talk about the hair, you can talk about the looks. We have different um, adjectives to describe height, build, and general appearance, like athletic, average height, good looking, short, thin, attractive, cute, muscular, tall. What's the meaning of athletic? Athletic means someone plays sports. Someone plays sports. Average height, not tall, not short. Average height, in the middle. Good looking, this is for general appearance. Someone looks good. Short, thin, attractive for appearance. Cute and muscular. Someone has a good build. He has muscles. He goes to the gym. Tall. Which word describe the people in part A? You can add more description to part A using those activities. Which word describe you and your partner? You can describe yourself using those. You can describe yourself using those adjectives, and you can describe yourself using those adjectives. This, as I told you, middle-aged is about 30 years old, and kind of old is about 40, 50 years old. Join another pair, discuss these questions. Who are your three best friends? Describe them. We can do this exercise with another student, and we can choose pairs to be in front of the students, the other students, and talk about their descriptions. Who are some people in your family? Now describe them. You can describe one of your family members. For example, Susan is my best friend. She's tall and has short wavy hair. She's kind of old. And you can go on describing her. Now you have a listening activity. You're going to listen to an audio file. It talks about four people: Helen, Sylvia, Danny, and Ben. Please listen and put numbers and write down the answers here on activity B. Okay.
Activity 2, Part A. Listen. Patricia and Carl are at a picnic. Who is Patricia describing? Write the numbers in the circles.
Do you want some more juice, Carl?
No, thanks. But please, tell me who some of these people are before I talk to them.
Sure.
Okay. First, which one is your boss?
Oh, Helen. She's the woman over there in that group. See? The tall one there with the short blonde hair. Do you see who I mean?
Oh, yeah. The woman on the left?
Yes. And that's Sylvia, my best friend at the office.
Oh, Sylvia. The one you're always talking about. Which one is she?
She's the one with the curly black hair with the round face. She's sitting with the guy in the blue shirt. She's really funny. We always make each other laugh.
And who's that guy over there with the, dark eyebrows and dark hair?
Oh, the big guy? The one who's talking to Helen? That's Danny, the security guard. He's really helpful.
And, how about that muscular guy there? Who's he? He looks familiar.
Oh, the man in blue jeans? He's not very tall, right? That's, Helen's assistant.
What's his name?
Oh, that's Ben.
I think I've seen him at the gym.
Well, come on, Carl. Don't be shy. Let me introduce you around, and then we can find out exactly.
After listening, so let's check the answers together. Helen is the one, the tall woman there. She's talking to Danny, the one, the muscular guy with a round face. And number two, Sylvia, she's funny. She has a round face. And four, Ben is also a big guy, a muscular guy. Okay. Now you're going to listen to some people describing personality. But before listening, let's discuss some adjectives to talk about personality. So we have adventurous. Adventurous is adventurous, someone likes to have adventure and likes to do different things. And the opposite is timid. Timid, someone don't like to do different things. Calm, you can say the opposite is nervous. Careful, you can say he's careless, the opposite. Creative, unimaginative. Flexible, can change his mind or her mind easily. Stubborn, someone does not change his mind. Funny, you can say serious. And talkative, you can say quiet. Hardworking, lazy. So, adventurous, someone likes to do different things. He likes to try new things and he likes to do dangerous things. And the opposite is timid. Someone don't like to try new things. Calm, the opposite, nervous. Careful, someone takes care of everything. And careless, he all the time not taking care of things and he makes troubles. Creative, someone has ideas. Unimaginative, someone with no imagination. Flexible, can change his mind. And stubborn, someone if once he decided something, he never changes his mind. Funny, likes to tell jokes. And serious, he's not funny. Hardworking, working all the time. And lazy is quite the opposite. Neat, someone likes everything to be in its place. And he does things, he put the time all the time put his things away in their places. Messy, someone puts everything in everywhere, like here. Messy, she's messy. Talkative, someone talks a lot. And quiet, someone speaks a little. Now listen to people describing others. Matt and Diana are talking about 6 of their friends. After listening, check your answers.
Listen. Matt and Diane are talking about 6 of their friends. When you hear a write the missing word you think they say.
So, Diane, tell me about your friend Alex.
Oh, Alex is always telling jokes and making people laugh.
Oh, so you mean he's very...
That's right.
And what about Randy?
Oh, Randy will try anything. He climbs mountains, goes surfing, likes snowboarding. He even jumps out of airplanes with a parachute.
Oh, so he's really...
Oh, yeah. Matt, tell me about your friends. What's your friend Kelly like?
Well, Kelly is always breaking things and dropping things. She should be more careful and pay more attention.
So she's pretty...
Yeah.
And what about Chris?
Oh, Chris is full of great ideas. He can solve all kinds of problems, but most of all, he's a wonderful painter.
He sounds very...
Yeah, he is. Now, tell me about your friend Megan.
Megan? Oh, well, once she decides to do something, she won't change her mind.
I see. So she's really...
Oh, yes. Well, tell me about your friend Sam.
Well, Sam's not very active, and he watches too much TV. He doesn't really like to work.
He sounds kind of...
Hear the missing words. Check your answers.
So, Diane, tell me about your friend Alex.
Oh, Alex is always telling jokes and making people laugh.
Oh, so you mean he's very funny.
That's right.
And what about Randy?
Oh, Randy will try anything. He climbs mountains, goes surfing, likes snowboarding. He even jumps out of airplanes with a parachute.
Oh, so he's really adventurous.
Oh, yeah. Matt, tell me about your friends. What's your friend Kelly like?
Well, Kelly is always breaking things and dropping things. She should be more careful and pay more attention.
So she's pretty careless.
Yeah.
And what about Chris?
Oh, Chris is full of great ideas. He can solve all kinds of problems, but most of all, he's a wonderful painter.
He sounds very creative.
Yeah, he is. Now, tell me about your friend Megan.
Megan? Oh, well, once she decides to do something, she won't change her mind.
I see. So she's really stubborn.
Oh, yes. Well, tell me about your friend Sam.
Well, Sam's not very active, and he watches too much TV. He doesn't really like to work.
He sounds kind of lazy.
Yeah, I guess that's the right word for Sam, but we love him anyway.